It's time to introduce the next speaker of the LYD25 Unstoppable Growth Conference, the Guru himself. Please give a warm welcome to Director of Lightyear Training Group and Chairman of SMSFs, Grant Abbott.
Okay, so I've got to do 10 strategies in half an hour. So the first thing you've got to do is take a deep breath in and make sure that you allow everything that I'm going into your unconscious mind. So just let me program it. So it'll all come back for you. So we went through a lot of this stuff yesterday. I know some of the people at the back can't see the board, so I'm going to explain exactly what it is spatially. So we're going to do a lot of that one. As you can see there, now that you've probably heard enough over the last couple of days, I want you to take away from this today is that intelligence is nothing anymore. It's virtually cents in the dollar. You can go in and go to deep research, do like a PhD paper. Like you can feel as though you're like, the most intelligent person in the world. But again, one of the things that will come back from AI is how you direct it. So it needs to be within your field. And you'll see with that tax guru, like I could ask a tax question of ChatGPT or even the top one, and a lot of it comes back for rubbish because what it does is it goes out to the web and then it pulls in all the rubbish. So if you can think of all the rubbish, and if you can think of all the AI robots that are just putting more rubbish out there, all you do is you get a lot more rubbish. So what we've done with Tax Guru and a couple other ones is you build an agent. I've got 40 different agents. I've got one, happy to give it to you. I don't know why I built it, but it enables you to ask any question around Australian accounting standards. Now, why I built that, I don't know why I did that, but I am doing one around SMSF audits. So I'm building a special tool where you'll be able to ask any audit questions. So all it does is the agent you build just has those documents there. So you can ask questions of those documents because I know they are the truth. Does everyone follow me on that one? So if I can get the truth and get it verified, then when I'm asking it or when I'm producing reports from it or producing materials from it, I know that it's going to be truth and verifiable. So again, the key is the strategy. So how are we going to use AI or how are we going to use strategies? So a lot of the strategies I always test with AI, it's always going to be, I have a farm in a client's got a farm in New South Wales, they've got $1 million sitting in their self-managed superannuation fund, they want to transfer it into the superannuation fund, they're 63 years of age, they're a farmer, and then what they want to do is they want to then pass that farm on to their eldest son. So when you go through that process, it comes back with a semi-reasonable answer. Probably I would rate it maybe a 4 out of 10 because in that one little prompt that I've given or that one case, there's around about 20 or 30 different issues. Like how are you going to pass it to the son? In New South Wales, you've got the concept of notional estate, which actually allows them to look through the self-managed super fund if someone else makes a family provision claim. Now, I'm not going to, at one stage it's going to get there. But again, I prefer Grant's model of the world because I sort of know that's my field. So what we've got to do is focus in on strategy, and I want to make sure that we go through a lot of strategies for you. So these are my top 10 fast strategies. So does everyone feel like this? Is everything just moving so quickly at the moment? I mean, gosh, it's Friday is Valentine's Day. And I've even thought about cards or whatever. So I had an embarrassing position the other day. Again, I've got ADHD and I don't mind saying that, which allows me to multitask. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing I'm doing like 3 or 4 jobs at the same time, which is great for me. But my daughter called up and said, oh yeah, we've just been to, because she just got engaged. Oh, we've just been to this wedding centre and all of that sort of stuff. And then I thought, holy shit, it's her birthday today. And this was like in the afternoon. I said, oh, yeah, I was going to give you a call tonight. So, again, time is just slipping fast. I mean, she's 27 years of age, and some of you have been around with me, for a long time. You probably remember when she was just like a little tacker like that. So it's going so quickly, and it's important for us to move as quickly as we've got. So leverage all of these tools that you've got. Okay, so my top 10 strategies. The first one, I'm going to say, look, if you want to get to family wealth protection, first one, buy the book. I should have had like millions of dollars of books, but the bloody have to get the light year guys to actually fork out some money. So do the SMSF course. So that's a 2.5-day course, a 3-day course. So we're working out whether we're going to have it here or the Gold Coast. It starts on the 31st of March. So if you're on those mentor programs, you get it included as well. So that will give you your aha moment. The second one, which is really important and I believe is the best for us, is the Board of Guardians. So we went through all the mentoring. The Board of Guardians is really important because, for example, if something happens to me, I've got SMSFs, I've got discretionary trusts, but my wife is absolutely beautiful, but she's artistic. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. And from that perspective, she's not going to be able to handle what's going on. Plus, I've got children from a different marriage. Now, there's no conflict at the moment, but we want to put a guardian in there. If you've got parents, so the first thing is, so a lot of you got young, how many people got kids under the age of 18? Okay, so who's the guardian if you both die, both parents die? Is that an important question? Absolutely. And if you've got kids who have got autism, ADHD, what are you going to do? I mean, you need to have these thoughts. And that's why if you come through that guardianship, what I do is I give you an AI tool that allows you to make ethical decisions. And look, I think it's brilliant personally, but I must admit I stole the idea off law course. So you want to do the SMSF course, the SMSF. So I haven't done one of those for the last couple of years. How many people do SMSFs? Okay, so it'll probably be, I think it's around about May, I'm going to do a 3-day course and all it is going to be is strategies. So it's going to be, at the same time I'm going to launch a new book, which is my top 50 SMSF strategies. So you want to come along to that because I'm just going to blow you away with what is possible and that's really important. AI, Board of Guardians, anyway, let's go down the track. Okay, so the first one, this is going from the top down. What I would suggest is that you can all, if you want, you've got two reasons. So you can all go in and should all have the Lightyear Docs SMSF trustee. It allows an SMSF will. It allows cryptocurrency. It allows, I mean, here's one thing. If I've got a dad on the pension side and I've got a son on the accumulation side, is everyone with me on that one? So I've got two members in a fund. Dad, pension side, son, accumulation. Has everyone got that one? Here's the question. Can dad's pension lend money to the son to buy crypto inside that fund? So let me go through that. Has everyone got that one? Because I want to really twist your brain over the next 30 minutes. Can dad's pension fund lend money to his son's accumulation fund in order to buy cryptocurrency? What do you think? There's one source of information for it because it's all within the fund. So we're not borrowing. So the SIS Act doesn't cover it. We've obviously got to make sure it meets the sole purpose test, but gosh, it is because dad's getting interest income, which he needs, and the kid's getting capital growth, which they want to maximise their retirement. Does that follow? But the constituent set of documents, the laws, are your deed. Does the deed allow it? Like if you want to use one of our SMSF wills, which I think are brilliant, I'm going to talk about it very shortly, you can't use a standard someone else's deed because they're still old school using binding death benefit nominations. And you would have seen in our AI assistant, I asked it, you know, why is an SMSF will better than a BDBN? And it came out with 3 pages. And if read the pages, I don't care, you listen to me, have a read of what's actually going on. So you want to make sure that you upgrade all your SMSF deeds to my latest Lightyear Docs deed. Now, for you, you can go online. So for me, it's not really bending over where it's a legal service. All you have to do is go in, find what the upgrade clause is under the old deed, and then put that in the relevant place. Honestly, it takes 2 minutes, and then it'll basically do it for you. If you don't want to do that, and you should be charging, I would have thought $750 for that. If you don't want to do that, then send it to LY Legal LBO. We'll do it for $295, and then you can still charge $750. So all you need to do is just send us in the deed, and then we'll go through the process for that. So that's the first one. If you want a letter, you can either do it through the AI assistant or contact Atira or Nush, which you've seen up on the thing. So thanks for that, Atira. So contact them if you want to make an appointment with me or set something up for me or want to do something like that. Does everyone follow that one? So that's like my worst strategy. Upgrade it all. If you've got, how many people got like 50 or more self-managed super funds? Okay, so there's some easy money there for you. But it's not easy money, it's all about compliance for that one.